It's time to enter the pen. I'm your host, Athena. Sit back and join this conversation engulfing all the facets of love, sex, and intimacy. Come on in to Athena's PlayPen. Hi, this is Athena here with Dr. Spot, and we are inviting you into the PlayPen. So light a candle, get your cup of tea, and let's talk. As always, when we enter the pen, we start with 3 affirmations. All you have to do is repeat after me. I love myself. I am sexy and attractive to my mate. I am powerfully seductive to my mate, and my mate is very sexually attracted to me. All right, tonight we're going to be talking about defining sexy, how to say goodbye to boring, which we all need a little help there, and being intentional with your sexy. Stay tuned. We will be right back right after this. All right, welcome back to the PlayPen. I'm here with Dr. Spot, who is my brother, with tons and tons and tons of experience on love and relationships. So he's here to give us the male perspective.
Yes.
So we're starting off tonight talking about defining sexy. So by definition, sexy means sexually attractive or exciting, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
And then the other definition is exciting or appealing. And I just wanted to put that out there because sometimes the word sexy has the definition that the media attaches to it.
Correct.
Or that some warped definition.
It has a singular, connotation with it.
But one thing, I think about when I hear the word sexy, I think about body image. And I'm sure that there are thousands upon thousands of women who may be listening or maybe, working on themselves or maybe...
And men. It's never in the struggle with us also.
Okay. And men struggling with body image. That may be stopping them from feeling like they're sexy. Personally, I think sexy starts in your mind. You can't watch a movie or watch TV or read a magazine and see the word sexy at the top of the screen or as a title over someone who may look different from you, taller, shorter, thinner, lighter, larger, bigger butt, bigger this, bigger that. And then look back at yourself and say, oh, that's not me, therefore I don't qualify.
Correct.
I think it starts in your mind. And which is one of the reasons why we start with the affirmations, because it's so important to tell yourself who you are.
Correct. Yeah.
But from a male's point of view, what do you think about a woman's body? How does that work in the male's mind? Mind.
Well, me personally, and I know a few other males that feel this way. The woman's body is the most complex and most beautiful work of art on the face of this earth. The Mona Lisa doesn't compare. Seeing Stonehenge doesn't compare. Or whatever you want to, equate with beauty and elegance. The woman's body is the number one wonder of the world. All those other 8 were just put there for, just for shits and giggles, to say, for lack of a better term. But sexy comes from your own personal definition.
But when you say like a woman's body is the most beautiful, thing that you see on earth, when you say that, are you visualizing, like the perfect woman's body, no lumps, no bumps, no stretch marks, no like war wounds?
No, because life happens, and women have kids, people have a family, people gain weight, people lose weight, people gain muscle, people lose muscle, people getting accidents. I mean, so I'm saying the definition of sexy is individual to each woman, because I can find something sexy about every woman's body that I lay my eyes on. So that woman is sexy to me. So, or it comes from a place of confidence. You can tell a woman I would say is more sexy when she is comfortable in her own skin, which goes back to what you were saying about it starts in your own mind. Once you believe you're sexy, you're gonna come off as sexy to more people. Some men have their own type.
True. And on that point, because sometimes your man, and of course in my situation it's my man, will say, "Oh, you're so sexy to me." And my question for the male's point of view is, like, I believe him. But some women, and I have suffered with self-esteem where we go, oh, don't say that, or
you're so sweet.
You're so sweet, but I'm still working on this.
Thank you for that compliment. That is not the truth.
Right. So we should be taking that as the truth.
Correct, because that's my truth for my woman. I find you attractive. Now, if you are trying to be attractive to a large group of men, then you might, some guys, that's why they have, at strip clubs, from my experience, they have different nights. They'll have a Hispanic night. They'll have a big girls night. They'll have a so-and-so night. And some guys only, and I learned this from being a bouncer at these different establishments, some guys only come on big girls night. Some guys only come on, Latina night. Some guys come on Asian night,
Right.
Some guys, some guys have their own, some guys come every night because they think women, they like all women.
I see.
So it's going to be, it's kind of a combination of, if your man is telling you you're sexy to him and you're only trying to be sexy to him, then you should be happy. But if you're trying to be sexy to him and yourself,
Right. So because that's really what we're perpetuating here. And I think that helps build the self-esteem, because you need to know how you feel, and then you need to know how your man feels, or your woman, or whatever you have, and you need to believe them.
And that's all. And the most key is that's all that matters.
Wow.
Once you're fine to your man, or once you're sexy to your man and to yourself, what else is there?
What else is there?
Unless you're a supermodel, a lot of them, they say, this is my job. My man loves me. I'm sexy for my husband. And on the other side of that coin, some women go the opposite direction. Once they find the man that they love, and he's like, I love you no matter what. They say, oh, really?
I don't have to keep working out.
Exactly, yeah.
Or I'm about to start, whatever.
Yeah. So both sides of the coin, but I believe, like you said, it starts with you being sexy to yourself. Because if you're not sexy to yourself, you can have 100,000 men come walk up and tell you you're sexy. You still won't believe it.
Well,
and that leads to other things.
True, yeah, and then that's a whole other topic for a whole other
exactly.
Podcast.
We'll get into that later.
Well, all right. Well, that really hits home on the second affirmation of I am sexy and attractive to my mate. I think that is a good one that we need to make sure that we're saying to each other. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't leave the pen. All right, Playmates, we are back in the PlayPen. Thanks for staying inside. And when you have a second, remember to Follow us on Instagram at Athena's PlayPen and on Facebook. Next, we're going to talk about saying goodbye to boring. Because the definition of sexy is also exciting and appealing. So I thought of a couple of different ways to stay excited and appealing to each other. The first one is going to be play a couples game.
Yes.
Get in there and have fun. You know how you feel when it's game night and you're going to a friend's house or you're going even to family. Get in there and have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, and some of these
things
you
get the competitive juices flowing.
And if it's just you two, or even if you have kids or other stuff going on, make time for this. A game you can play is the kissing game. Remember the high five song? I like the way.
Oh yeah.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
So play the kissing game. Get in there and get a phrase. And watch a movie, and every time you hear the phrase, just kiss and see where that goes, and keep doing it.
Yeah. They got all kinds of tools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into the toy store later. Adult toy store.
Yeah.
Different.
And if you are right now, we are winning the coronavirus stay-at-home order. So if you're at home with your significant other, play a game.
Get your online shopping on.
Hey.
It's going to be like Christmas when that box comes.
That's right.
And you can order you can get you some toys and stuff, but there's a lot of adult games that you can play at the adult store. There's board games, there's card games, there's dice, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So explore, make it fun. And I think taking the boring out of it keeps it fun.
Mm-hmm.
I heard I forget who it was. I think it might have been James Earl Jones, the actor, who played Mufasa's voice in The Lion King and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He said he and his wife had been together like 70 years. It was like his high school sweetheart. And of course, he's 100. But he's an older gentleman.
Right.
And he's been together with his wife for over 50 years. And he said that they never stopped dating. So
that's a good one.
They never stopped dating each other. So it always was fun. I always went out with each other. Because, after you have kids and you've been together for a while, you just get into a routine. You got a job, she got a job. And, it just gets stale. It just gets mundane. I wouldn't say boring. It just gets mundane and routine.
The routine is your enemy. Resist the routine. Have fun. Be determined to laugh and have a good time. Kiss each other. Light a candle. Play trivia. Truth or Dare is a good one. That's a real good one. And just like Dr. Spot was saying, you can go online, order some games, and have a good time. Also, I wanted to just remind everyone that Dr. Spot and I are brother and sister, which is creating a safe space for us to talk freely. And if you have a question, remember you can always DM me on Instagram. It's always anonymous. If you want both of our opinions or one of our opinions or something like that, you can do that here. This is a safe space.
Yes, feel free to join in the discussion.
One other thing that I can speak from experience on is make a playlist. And have your favorite songs on there, and you'd be surprised that sometimes when you just turn that on, memories start coming back and you start singing and dancing and laughing, and normally that'll lead you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Close
contact.
So, even if you're at home, if you're stuck at home on the stay-at-home order, or whatever you got going on, whenever you're listening, just have fun. Start looking at your person, your significant other, as a friend, not a foe. They are not your enemy. If they were your enemy, they would not be sitting there next to you. And just start declaring who they are and have fun.
Correct. And fellas, also, when you're making the playlist, which is a magnificent tool, don't just put songs on there that you like. Listen and pay attention to your partner to where they will hear some of their songs also added in it. Like, oh, that's my, that's my song too. Don't just have, a playlist of, Young Thug, of your songs in there. Be sure to always think about the other person that's going to be in the room with you.
Yes, we are promoting sexy.
Yes.
Not sleepy.
Correct. Or ignoring. Or get ignored. Definitely.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back with being intentional with your sexy. Thanks for playing. All right, Playmates, thanks for staying in the pen. And just keep in mind, remember, this is your Sunday afternoon you time. Thanks for staying and playing. Now we are talking about being intentional with your sexy. Everything we do needs to be intentional. Do what you know to do. Practice your affirmations. You said you love yourself. What does that mean? Does that mean that you intentionally need to, do your hair, take a bubble bath, go for a walk over to your partner and tell them you love them, even whether or not you feel it or not? Sometimes you just have to get past what you're feeling and speak the truth.
Yeah.
You love your
takes as a spark sometimes.
That's true. And remember, we're here to talk about what you want, how to live the life that you want intimately, how to experience those feelings and fantasies and all the things that you want with your person. You got to talk to them. You got to love yourself. They need you to love you.
Yes, correct. Because from a man's point of view, I can pour all of the love I want and all of the love I can muster up and find and buy and borrow. And, gifts, flowers, cookies, cakes, whatever it is. Sex, toys, games, movies, dinner, cuddles, whatever you like as a woman. If you don't feel comfortable with yourself, you won't be able to appreciate it because you don't feel comfortable. You can't ever get outside of that box of yourself. And, in my experience, once you have open lines of communication and are able to fully express those things, or, your man might do something that makes you uncomfortable or that you're not used to. A lot of women are used to someone telling them they're beautiful every day. It makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel like you're lying to me. If the woman doesn't feel, and how would you feel if every morning you woke up and your man, the first thing you said was a lie to you? Good morning, beautiful. Lie. You're automatically, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how your attitude is already bad.
Right.
Because you think that he's playing with you or lying to you because you don't feel that way. But if you don't ever tell us that, we don't know,
you're beautiful is getting on my nerves.
Or we don't know that you're not confident enough through your past. It's not you personally, but things that you've gone through has not allowed you to be able to be complimented like that.
That's a good point.
Like even single men, even if you're married, and a single man says, "Oh, girl, them jeans look good on you," it's either going to have one or two reactions. Either A, you're going to be pissed off because you don't think you think, "Oh, I look so fat in these." Say, "Boy, stop playing," or stop lying. Or you're going to be so extremely overjoyed because someone finally gave you a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's either both sides of your
I
man.
was gonna say,
That
yeah.
depends on, you're either receiving A at home, so you get the B reaction,
Mm-hmm.
or you're receiving B at home and you get the A reaction.
That's some good things to chew on.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta respond to that. Send me what you think on Instagram. I'd like to hear about that. Does anyone, if you feel like, my person tells me I'm beautiful and I kind of shrug up on that, I'd like to know, like, why, and then how we can help you out of that, because every person is beautiful in their own way.
Correct.
But it starts in your mind. It really does. It really does. And our affirmations will definitely help out with that.
Yes.
Just to go over them, that last one, I'm powerfully seductive to my mate. That is major, because the more you say it, the more you believe it, the more you see it.
Mm-hmm.
See it, then be it.
Correct. That's the truth.
And on that note, we're going to wrap up the PlayPen for tonight. Thank you so much for listening. Just to recap, you are sexy. Be sexy intentionally. Thanks for staying and playing. We'll see you next Sunday.